Hi everyone, Joe here from Crypto Consulting Institute, and today I've got Jakub with me from AEM. So he's one of the leaders in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency blockchain space, and today we're going to talk about how his company fits in with it and what big problems he's solving in the space. So welcome Jakub, it's great to have you online.
Thank you, Joe.
And it's great to be able to educate the audience as well as to what you do, because the product that you're providing is really pivotal for the industry and to actually make it mainstream, because I think that's one of the big challenges in the space. So
Totally.
So what we do, Jakub, tell us a bit about your company. So who are AEM?
AEM stands for Accounting Enterprise Middleware. Accounting is the key of what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a system that through the middleware links your wallets with existing accounting systems.
Awesome.
The challenge nowadays is tracking for those transactions that occur, and through this tool it becomes quite simple. So we're not trying to reinvent things, we're trying to make things easier by connecting with a lot of businesses that do use cryptocurrencies or want to do it. They can then find an easy way to adapt it to their financial reporting and so forth.
That's awesome, because I know it's very complex. If you're, say, a trader, for example, how are you going to actually go through all the different trades and calculate that for an accounting purpose? But one of the biggest challenges right now, from what I understand of the space, is that people want to move into it, but it comes back to the question, how do I actually account for this? How do I pay tax on it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, my background is I'm a bus agent, so I do taxes on a regular basis.
Fantastic.
And you know, that's where I actually saw the opportunity and the need to actually, you know, try and help out. Because what you're saying, people wanting to know how do you account for it, how you do it. You need to be able to capture all the transactions. And obviously, if you have 3-4 transactions, it's not a problem. But if you have 10,000 of those transactions, well, that's where the problem lies, and that's what we're solving. It becomes automated.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So who's your ideal customer, would you say?
Merchants, exchanges to a degree, but they really don't hold their own money.
Yeah.
So anyone that actually uses it to trade, to operate, would be our client.
Yeah, fantastic. And what would you say is the key value that your product really delivers? Because I haven't seen a lot of the product that Jakub's delivering in the market, so I think this is quite cutting edge and at the forefront of the technology.
Look, the advantage of what we do as compared to our competitors, it's actually good probably to mention there are some products that try and do it. We are not tied to any specific exchange or any specific place where we'll be trading. We are literally linking to the blockchain where you take the address and you go, hey, I wanna extract the history, I wanna do it on an ongoing basis. So that's what we do, you know, that's the strength of it. Awesome. And it's a software that we're actually about to develop the web interface for it. At the moment I just have a demo up that I've been actually showing it off to quite a few people.
Yeah, nice.
So you're able to log on, take your history, you do with it what you want, but it just makes it simple, you know, it doesn't have to be complicated, and that's what we're trying to prove, that it is not also hard. But of course you need proper tools to make it like that, so that's where we come into the play.
That's awesome. So it's probably worth mentioning, Jakub actually went through the incubator program at the Blockchain Global Centre here in Melbourne, which is fantastic. He's at the forefront of the technology, and he's one of the very first people that went through that. So tell us a bit about that. How was that experience? Because it's very unique and new to the space, which is cool.
It was, and I'll tell you a little bit of the story how it happened, because I had all these ideas in my head since last year when I got interested in cryptocurrencies. So I literally applied to get into the accelerator the day before when the entries were closing.
Yeah, right.
I just did a single take, 2-minute video, and I got in.
Wow.
I was like, okay, here I am, I better start building what I've envisioned. So
it got real very quickly.
Yeah, and that was the great thing about the whole accelerator program, because it just made me set up a business. I brought in some developers, different partners to work with me, and here we are, probably maybe 3-4 months down the track now, and it's really, we're about to have a product that's going to be out there and working. I mean, in its first form, yes, it's going to go further than that, but it's been great because it's been fast, it's been challenging, but without it I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So a question for you, the future plans of the business, what's the road track, what's the roadmap for you guys, where are you going next?
So initially the product I've described is exactly that. We're connecting the wallets with other accounting systems, or you can basically do your accounting based on the history we let you take out of your wallet. What we envision next is actually we're going to be applying for some more funding to build accounting systems for business.
Oh wow!
And that's where we're going to be applying more from. In July, we're going to put through some applications again, where we're going to tie some metadata with the transactions that occur.
Yeah.
And we're going to be sending things basically between different systems through the blockchain, taking care of your reconciliation, your file storage related to the transactions that occur, all in line with basically financial requirements of record keeping and so on. Yeah, cool. So there's a much bigger system we're trying to build, but that is really the future, and that is the work for next 12 or 24 months if we are actually to succeed and get the funding we're trying to.
I'm sure you will.
For. Yeah.
Yeah. So does that system integrate with other accounting softwares, or how does that work?
That in itself would always enable simple integration.
Yeah.
It really depends on what the other software enables us to send through the API.
Yeah.
There are better APIs, and then there are some APIs that are quite hard to work with. But we are all about integration, so we are all about the middleware that we develop. So ultimately, the accounting system we would build would probably more likely connect to procurement systems, project management systems, and that's how it would fit into the whole sort of network or the whole ecosystem that a business is a part of. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, Jakub, tell us, if people want to find out more about this project or about what you're doing and the product, as you said, it launches very soon. So if someone is watching right now and they actually want to consume that product, how do they do it?
Just go to our website. I think you're going to post the link.
Yeah, so I'll post the link below, but the website is AEM Algorithm, so ALGORITHM.io. And on there, they've got their Facebook channel, their Telegram, their Twitter, and that's all connected up on there.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of a history about us. You see a few faces, you can see who's doing the work, a bit of a message of what we're trying to achieve, and there will be a lot more things coming up. We're about to post some more promotional videos there.
Yeah, cool.
So definitely follow the website.
Awesome, there you go. You heard it here first, guys. Last question, which I always love to ask everyone. How did you first find out about cryptocurrency? Because it is still at the forefront. We're still in the very early days. What was the first day it came across your desk and you were like, this is the future?
Well, the first time I heard about it was actually completely the other way around. Because I'm a financial controller in my day job. So I was working for this business who the lady opened her personal email at work and she clicked a link where she was like, oh, hey, you want something or whatever. Next thing we know, she locked up the whole server, all the computers with ransomware. And then what the boss had to do, he had to pay it in Bitcoin.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. Wow. So it was...
When was this?
It's probably 2 years ago. And that was my first experience. I was like, Bitcoin, no way. I don't even want to hear about this thing. It's just for hackers and stuff like that. So because of it, it took me a while to warm myself up to it.
Wow.
And then I started reading up about blockchain and everything. I realized how such a great thing it is. The first experience was quite the contrary. But you can see, given even what happened,
Yeah.
it didn't stop me from recognizing how good this whole thing is.
Wow, what a story. A bit different to my experience, but I love it.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you the power of this technology, and I think it's a very valid point, because a lot of people in the industry right now,
Yeah.
they hear about the scams, they hear about its use for drugs, they hear about all the lost money, how people
Yeah.
are doing this,
Yeah.
and it puts a bad taste in people's mouth.
But look, ultimately with what I'm doing, I'm making this legitimate. People
Yeah.
are able to then use Bitcoin, use other cryptocurrencies through accounting systems and do it in a legitimate way. So I'm trying to actually
Yeah.
promote this and say those cryptocurrencies are good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So here you go, Jakub, everyone, from AEM, and if you need an accounting system and software for your business, then this is the place to be.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks,
Awesome.
Joe.
Well, thanks for having you on the show. Really appreciate it. And thanks all you guys for watching and listening. I'll just quickly touch on the website. I will put it in the link below, but aemalgorithm.io with an I in algorithm. And I'm sure we'll hear a lot more from Jakub. But Joe here from Crypto Consulting Institute. And you can follow me on Facebook as well, Crypto Consulting Institute, or my website, cryptoconsultinginstitute.com.au. Thanks for your time, guys. Cheers,
Thank
Jakub.
you.
All
Cheers.
the best, guys.